Hey guys, David from the Wholesalers Toolbox and Flippin' Pro, and I'm here with Matt Camp over at DealMachine, and we wanted to pop in here real quick. DealMachine is coming out with an AI feature integration, whatever you guys are calling it, but it's really slick. AI is all the thing, and I think it's going to be the thing moving forward in all of our business ventures. It's going to be integrated in a lot of software in our lives. But Deal Machine's come up with a really great AI built into Deal Machine, and I wanted to take just a few minutes and let Matt show it to you and show you what it can do to help you not only find houses but analyze houses and contact owners and everything. So Matt, tell us what you got.
Yeah, excited to show this off, David. I know. So first over here again, Matt Camp with Deal Machine had a partnerships over here. Our mission with everything we do and any feature integration, whatever you'd like to call it, build out that we add to Deal Machine, it's our mission to give you guys the power of real estate investing using technology, and that's our whole goal is to help you find off market deals. And we're really, I think proud to say that we're the highest rated, most reviewed mobile app out there to do that. So definitely, we lean on our customers to do the talking for us there. I think right now is such an exciting time to be thinking about this, just because, hey, anytime that there's any kind of uncertainty in the market or downturn, recession, whatever we're dealing with right now, there are more problems out there to solve as wholesalers. More value we bring to the table, and really the people that can source the best deals are going to win big right now. So this feature came from all of that thinking. I know our founder David Lecca, which you've had on before, and is a good friend of Wholesalers Toolbox, Flippin' Pro, everything you've got going on. David, on our end, when he got into real estate, his big thing he had to overcome is he had such a limiting belief that he felt like he needed to know everything before he ever took action, right? And I think this feature, which we're calling Alma AI inside Deal Machine, I think really goes a long way in tackling that problem and really kind of giving you this on-demand knowledge in your pocket, access to that in 24/7 to really help give you that confidence to go out there and start taking action. So that's what we're going to be showing off today. I know, again, you can kind of think of it as this real estate specialized AI assistant right inside the Deal Machine app, kind of this co-pilot that combines AI with the power of all the off-market data that we have, which is a massive amount, and really just kind of gives you insights and guidance that you don't have to leave the app for. It's super easy and fast and simple to use inside Deal Machine, even if you've never used AI before. So our whole goal with this is really to help you guys help lower the learning curve for newbies, and then help kind of give superpowers to the more advanced investor in the app in the moment. So I'll show this thing off if that works, David.
Yeah, let's take a look at it.
Awesome. So you see the Deal Machine app right here. If you've used Deal Machine before, again, this is the desktop version. It also syncs up to mobile. What you're seeing here looks very similar to what you would see on mobile. You've got the map here where we're on the drive tab that you can actually toggle over to either satellite view to see what the houses look like, or we'll just stick on standard view. And, you see all these black dots popping up around you here in a minute. Those are properties around you that you can then look at more information for. And, traditionally we're used for that driving for dollars approach to drive around, look for those rundown houses, add those to your list and keep going. Inside Alma right here, what you can do now is when you click in one of the properties, you can click into that to learn more information. And you'll see right here, Alma's going to show up at the bottom right corner. So not very intrusive, but will pop up right there for you and say, hey, I'm Alma, your AI assistant for Real Estate Matters. I'm still learning the ropes, so please be understanding. This is brand new, guys. Again, what questions do you have about this property? And again, that's the whole goal is you can ask it anything from here, but it's kind of that co-pilot in your pocket to help you take that next step and know, hey, is this a good deal? How do I reach out to this seller? Help me find resources around me, things like that. And a lot of this stuff, what's really exciting too, David, is like, we don't even know what all people are going to ask it. We're very excited to see like how you guys are going to use it, how you're going to be creative with it.
Yeah. And I'm sure as people use it and people are asking it different things, it will evolve and
Exactly.
get more intuitive on what people need help with, right?
Yeah, it gets more and more powerful.
Yeah.
So
And eventually it will take over the world.
I don't know about that one, but it will help you find deals very, very efficiently. So,
There you go.
um,
That's better, I guess. Yeah.
uh, so this one to start off with, like analyze this property. We'll just kind of tee that up right here. So this can kind of give you advice on an exit strategy, and we're saying, hey, is this a good property to wholesale? Which I just picked a random one, so we'll see what happens here. But you can see it right on the spot. It'll start calculating things like your max allowable offer and looking at things like, hey, here's the loan amount, and really help you understand like, hey, is this a good wholesale deal? Which here it's going to show you, yes, like this is a positive number of, your offer can cover the whole loan. So, hey, that's one big barrier that's out of the way for that seller right there. So,
Yeah.
that could be one place to start. If you want to go in, that we do have 10 preset prompts right here. So if you hit view prompts and you just don't know necessarily where to start, how to start using this will kind of give you some ideas. So you can say like calculate the offer price, and it'll walk through how it got to that max allowable offer number for you. So right on the spot, it'll say, hey, here's how you calculate max allowable offer. Based on that, here are the numbers that we're pulling in and where we think, that would equal. You can adjust this. So it's like, hey, I want to make a bigger wholesale fee, or I think these are the rehab costs, or I think X, Y, Z. And you can kind of plug in different variables, and it's kind of this real-time calculator right there. But it'll pull it up in a table right on the spot right here to show you, hey, based on all that, here is the maximum allowable offer that we're going to start you off at.
Right. So for somebody that's new and doesn't know the numbers, it's really going to help them at least give them some guidance on what they should be doing, right, and where they should go. Yeah.
Yeah. So especially, like you said, especially that newbie where it's, they don't necessarily know even what, MAO is, then, hey, this can kind of give you that guidance to help you start to define that for yourself. Another thing, I know we have a comps tool inside DealMachine, which we've showed off to you guys before, but, another thing you can do here is what is the estimated value of this property based or according to the comps. Let me start there, to the comps. So you can come here and it'll tell you estimated value based on comps in the area. Very simply, straightforward, and put through our data that way too. So you can come up to your own comps number, or you can use our comps tool inside DealMachine to make it just easy to do that. So that's where I'd say like first general area this is good at is kind of the calculator property analysis bucket. The second bucket here would be like, okay, cool. Yeah, this is a good deal. I know generally the number I want to get to. Based on all that, how do I get in touch with a seller? Like how do I, market to that seller? And it can give you some good advice there. So if you go into the preset prompts, click on how do I get in touch with a seller? And instantly it's going to tell you like, hey, here's a couple ideas. You could send a mail, you could call them, you could email them, you could door knock them. And it'll kind of give you some ideas and show you things like, oh yeah, like, hey, here's how you go about doing that. Inside DealMachine, we make a couple of those really, really simple and easy. Like the direct mail, the cold, really all four of these, you can kind of take action on by adding leads. You can skip trace them right on the spot. It'll come back with phone numbers, which I'll keep that private for this one, but it'll come back with phone number options to call right away. And you can say like, hey, yeah, let me, I have a bunch, if I could type here, bunch of phone numbers to call. Now, let's see, what should if I could type, should I do? So if you came back with phone numbers, cool. Okay, awesome. Well, hey, here's what you do with those phone numbers. It'll start to kind of like give you general advice on how to call that seller. We even have prompts right here too, where if you click on that and say, hey, help me write a cold call script. So it'll give you kind of like general, advice on how the conversation could potentially go. Obviously, this is very simple and straightforward. Like it can go a lot of different directions, but it'll at least kind of give you an idea of like the structure and goal of that. And you can even get more specific of like, hey, what questions? Man, I'm going to really warm up my typing here. What questions should I ask the seller? And it'll give you thoughts of, okay, here's, 10 questions to ask them right off the bat. So things like that, where it's kind of this co-pilot to, again, give you that confidence, give you that guidance of like, hey, what should I do next?
Yeah. For, everybody watching it, it seems like right now there's either people that know a lot about like AI chat or people that know nothing about AI chat. So for people that aren't really up to speed on AI chat, this is so different than let's say like a Google search, right? With AI chat, it's got an intelligence to it. It's programmed with an intelligence. So you just talk to it, right? That's why they call it chat. You just talk in your common language, and just ask it questions, and it will give you, like, response. It doesn't have to be an exact question. They can vary, and depending on what you put in there, it's going to give you the information. So again, it's very intuitive on the responses it gives based on what you're putting into it. So it's a very cool technology, and I think it will really help new investors, new wholesalers using DealMachine, for all the prompts that you've got built in there, estimating value and reaching out to the homeowner and on all those things. I think it's going to be a benefit to everybody using it.
For sure. And it does take some training for you to kind of use it yourself, kind of like using a virtual assistant or really anything where you're kind of, outsourcing a little bit of help. It's going to take some training to figure out like, oh yeah, I could ask Chad of like what they think of this property or, things like that to kind of help you analyze different angles and whatnot and just save you as much time as possible. I think you're right. Like there are some people who are already using tools in the AI world that they will be able to come in and just kind of have conversations right here. And the more you put into it, the more you get out of it. If you've never used anything like this, that's okay too. That's what those prompts are here for. Just like viewing those prompts and just kind of starting there, those kind of conversation starters. And you can keep it just there and get a lot of value out of it. But the further you go, like, hey, yeah, I want to say like, help me write a text message and send the owner. You can get one right there, or you could say like, hey, help me write 5 more, and it'll kind of work with you to kind of do that. And
Right.
the more you tell it, the more you get out, the more you really kind of get out of it. And that's from that perspective. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
The last thing it's really fun to use and play with. And again, try to save as much time as possible by using this. But, I think the last thing I want to show off too, the last bucket that I mentioned is helping you kind of like find things too. So right in the app. So if you're like talking to a seller, and like one example in here is, help me find a title company. Let's see if this works. Oh, you'll have to put in a little more specifics. And this is a good learning perspective too, is how you word the prompts. You can kind of switch up the wording and you'll get a little bit of different information each time. So like, for example, this one, help me find a title company, that was too broad. So let me find a title company in 63109, in zip code. So if I give it a little more specific information, well, hey, here it'll come back with a little better of an answer right there. It'll give me, I've got 5 phone numbers to call right there. So, again, the more you use it, the more you tweak it, the more you try to learn how to interact, is going to give you better and better information here. So
yeah, that's cool. Although within Flippin' Pro, I already have title companies in there, so we don't need that. But
yeah, that specific example maybe not best in Flippin'
no,
Pro.
but I didn't even know it. I didn't even know it did that. That's a really slick feature that you can do that. Yeah.
The cool thing on Flippin' Pro too is I know you guys do some additional vetting on things like that. Like this just gave you kind of general information. Whereas if you have Flippin' Pro, you also have like the recommended for investor options and things like that, where it'll kind of give you better and better info.
Yeah, investor friendly, businesses, title companies, and whatever. But
Exactly.
I didn't. But I didn't even know your AI would do that and come up with that. So that is neat.
Yeah. So this is kind of just the first place to start of, okay, give me information and analysis, and then, excited to see how you guys use it. So really excited to launch this for you guys. I mean, it's the first of its kind, it's really the first kind of real estate investing specific AI inside an app like that. So
it's the first that I've seen, and and I deal with a lot of them. So it is. Yeah, I think it is the first within a real estate software. That's very cool. Very cool. So if people want to play with this and try it out, and they don't already have DealMachine, they can sign up for a 7-day trial of DealMachine using my promo code FlippinPro
Hmm.
FLIPNPRO. And that link's going to be right under the video. If we're here on YouTube or wherever we post this, I'll look around the video somewhere. It's going to be a link. And what's cool with Flippin' Pro, and you can go to, Flippin' Pro, it's FLIPN.pro, not .com, but .pro. And DealMachine is actually built right into our CRM. So if you're a DealMachine user or you sign up for DealMachine, you can sign up for Flippin' Pro, and it's integrated within within our CRM. So you don't have to leave and go outside, use DealMachine, and come back and back and forth. It's all, DealMachine's right there with your contacts and your phones and your text messages and, everything that we've got in there. So, but we did that because, we believe so strongly in DealMachine. We think it's the best tool out there for wholesalers. So that's why we wanted it integrated right in Flippin' Pro.
Yeah. I mean, we love having that set up with you guys. And I know, like you said, if you use that Flippin' Pro promo code, you get a 7-day free trial and a bunch of marketing credits for free. So it would be, the skip tracing that we were showing off there. You can send direct mail. There's a variety of ways you can reach out to sellers using DealMachine, and a bunch of that will be covered for free during your 7-day free trial using that promo code as well. So, I wanted to make sure we treat your guys' community, special there. So.
Yeah. And what's cool, because you go out and get a lot of software and it's, cost you hundreds of dollars a month, and you've got to have, a website, and that costs you more money. That's another $50, $100 or whatever. But the starter package of DealMachine is $59. And then Flippin' Pro is $29. So between the two of them, which has, Flippin' Pro has websites, and it has, your pipelines and your flows and your, contacts and your texting and your phone and all that. And then you have DealMachine to go out and skip trace and do all these other things. You've got both systems, everything you need for still well under $100.
Love it.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a good combo. That's a good matchup, right? So that's,
Absolutely.
if you're a wholesaler, you're like, oh, I need to skip trace, I need websites, I need leads, I need, all this stuff, right? $30 and $59, $29 and $59, you have everything you need, and you have AI.
Yeah, I said the tools they get access to with you guys is phenomenal. I mean, for $29 a month, it's crazy. Like, you've got, like you said, even like the pipeline tools and the community tools and like finding title companies, all that stuff. Yeah, you've got the full toolbox there together of between DealMachine and everything you guys offer. So
yeah, good combo. So anyway, thanks for showing us this. It's really, really slick, and I hope people take advantage of the 7-day free trial. Try it out. Try out DealMachine. Try out the AI, and get out there and get some deals going.
absolutely, yeah. Happy deal finding, guys, and get out there and start using this thing.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Use the link. Use the Flippin' Pro link around the video somewhere, and give it a try. And Matt, like always, thank you for hopping on and showing us this cool stuff.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.